Hey there, tech enthusiasts and students alike. Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. Your term paper is due in 6 hours, your coffee's gone cold, and your laptop is wheezing like an old accordion every time you open a third Chrome tab. Sound familiar? Well, what if I told you there's a machine that laughs in the face of deadlines and still has enough juice left to stream your favorite show after you hit submit? Enter the Apple 2026 MacBook Air 15-inch with a brand new M5 chip, thin, light, and built from the ground up for the AI-powered future. This isn't just another laptop. It's the Swiss Army knife you didn't know you needed until you're staring down a 10-page research project at 3 a.m. with your brain running on fumes. Let's be real. Most Ultrabooks sacrifice power for portability, leaving you stuck between a rock and a hard drive when you need to edit 4K video or run a local LLM. And if you're a student, you're juggling Zoom lectures, Xcode projects, and maybe even a part-time internship, all while your laptop's fan sounds like a jet engine. The market's been screaming for a machine that can actually keep up without turning your lap into a portable sauna. Apple heard you, and they've cooked up the MacBook Air 15-inch with the M5 chip to finally silence that fan and supercharge your workflow. First impressions? Stunning. The midnight finish isn't just a color, it's a vibe. It's the kind of laptop that looks expensive before you even open it, with a unibody aluminum chassis that feels like it was carved from a single slab of aerospace-grade aluminum. It's only 5 millimeters thin and weighs just 3.3 pounds, so it slides into your backpack like it's nothing. The 15.3-inch Liquid Retina display is next level. 600 nits of brightness, P3 wide color, and a 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate that makes scrolling through lecture slides feel buttery smooth. And that keyboard? Still the gold standard. Scissor-switch magic with 1mm travel and a backlight that actually adjusts to your surroundings. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the M5 chip. Built on a 3nm process, this thing is a powerhouse wrapped in an efficiency blanket. Apple's moved to a unified memory architecture with up to 24 gigabytes of RAM, so you can keep dozens of Safari tabs open, run Xcode and Final Cut Pro simultaneously, and still have room for a dozen Slack channels without a single stutter. The CPU is up to 20% faster than the M3, and the neural engine now handles up to 38 trillion operations per second. Perfect for on-device AI tasks like real-time transcription, image generation, or even running a lightweight local LLM for studying. And with the new media engine, hardware-accelerated AV1 decode means your 8K YouTube binges won't melt the battery. Storage is no joke either, up to a massive 1TB SSD that screams at 5 gigabytes per second. That means opening massive Xcode projects or Lightroom catalogs is faster than ever, and your workflow never has to wait. The 12MP center stage camera with its improved image signal processor delivers crisp 4K video calls, and with the new computational photography tricks, you'll look sharp even in dim dorm lighting. Touch ID is still there, tucked into the power button, secure, instant, and way more convenient than typing in a password at 2 a.m. And let's not forget Wi-Fi 7, up to 40 gigabits per second, so your downloads finish before you can say buffering. I put this thing through the ringer. I opened 40 Chrome tabs, a 50 gigabytes video project in Final Cut Pro, a Unity game in Xcode, and a dozen Notion pages, all while streaming a 4K movie in the background. The fans? Barely a whisper. The battery? Still at 60% after 2 hours of this madness. Apple's claiming up to 18 hours of real-world use, and in my testing, I got 16 hours of mixed workloads, light coding, web browsing, and document editing before it begged for a charge. That's the kind of endurance that turns a frantic all-nighter into a manageable grind. But let's keep it real. No product is perfect. The MacBook Air's design is gorgeous, but the lack of MagSafe is still a head-scratcher. One good yank on that USB-C cable, and you're watching your laptop teeter off the desk like a startled gazelle. And while the 15-inch screen is a dream, it's not a touch screen. So if you're coming from a Windows convertible, you'll miss that tactile feedback. The price tag starts at $1,599 for the base model and can climb past $2,200 with upgrades, which puts it in direct competition with high-end Windows Ultrabooks that sometimes offer more ports or better gaming performance. And if you're a creative professional who needs color accuracy for print work, you might still want to pair this with an external monitor calibrated to Adobe RGB. How does it stack up against the competition? Well, the Dell XPS 15 with its RTX 4050 is a beast for gaming and content creation, but it's louder, heavier, and its battery life can't touch the Airs. The HP Spectre X360 16-inch is gorgeous and convertible, but its Intel Core i9 runs hot, and the display isn't as vibrant. And if you're eyeing a MacBook Pro 14-inch with M5, you're getting better cooling, more ports, and a mini LED display. But you're also paying $500 more and carrying an extra pound. For students and professionals who prioritize portability, battery life, and silent performance, the MacBook Air 15-inch is the undisputed champion. So who's this laptop for? If you're a college student drowning in PDFs, a freelancer juggling client calls and design work, or a creative who needs a reliable machine that won't quit when the deadline hits, this is your ride. It's not the cheapest option, but it's the one that'll still be humming along when your competitors' laptops are begging for mercy. And with AI features baked right into the chip, you're not just buying a laptop. You're investing in a tool that learns, adapts, and grows with you. Bottom line? The Apple 2026 MacBook Air 15-inch with M5 isn't just a spec sheet. It's a productivity revolution wrapped in midnight elegance. It's the laptop that finally lets you work smarter, not harder. So if you're ready to leave the fan noise and thermal throttling in the past, click that buy button and thank me later when you're still breezing through your to-do list at 4 a.m. Your future self will send you a coffee.